Good morning. Greg Newhouse coming to you from my office in Corvallis, Oregon. I want to share some thoughts with you today. I took them down, some notes on my phone. I've been talking to a colleague, actually a former player, coach now. And we were talking about concepts involved around a player-coach relationship and some of the tools that I could share with him. And when let me pull up to my notes here real quick. When we were talking, I came across three thoughts, and I wrote them down just so I had them. Let me read them to you, if that's all right. I think you could take something from it. You know, the wise people. Here's one by one of the greatest coaches of all time in baseball, and probably one of the most impactful players, and probably one of the most down-to-earth people. He was very comfortable in his own skin. He was a self-motivated, successful person. His name is Yogi Berra. Not Yogi Bear, but Yogi Berra. They're similar. Fun to watch. You can observe a lot by watching. You can observe a lot by watching. I'll come back to these in a minute. Now, Krishnamurti, all right? He's a philosopher from way back, all right? Communication means learning together, creating together, and watching together. Here's another one by Yogi when he was asked what time it was. You mean now? So being aware of and combining the above three perspectives, I told a buddy that's what really set me going. When I didn't know it at the time. I'm talking on reflection. I'm reading things and I'm trying to help people move forward, so thoughts come through me. I don't know how that happens, but I think it's because I'm not so tied up in a job right now or a profession that gets me focusing on, daily functional things that society makes important. So I'm able to reflect on what I've gone through, and then I want to share those experiences. But when you think about it, you can observe a lot by watching. That's it. That's the art of coaching. That's the art of becoming aware. That's the art of living in the now. So you combine that and the last one that Yogi talked about, just the thought. You mean now? Yeah, right now. Anytime you're trying to learn something. And then you add to it what Krishnamurti had pointed out, all right? Communication means learning together, creating together. All right? Well, here's an example. I got my first coordinator job at the age of 33. That's pretty old in today's standard for some of the young ones coming up. And at the time, I was kind of, can I do this? Because what I had done is the previous year was my first year in professional ball up in Canada. It's a different game, different rules, there's different things that go on. Never coordinated before. I always worked from the back end as a football coach, meaning the secondary, coaching the defensive backs. And then the head coach makes me the defensive coordinator. I had a choice. I could have went with a buddy to another place and worked with him, but the head coach wanted me to stay and run the defense. It was a great opportunity. But one of the things where I made my greatest growth was that first season when I'm working with the players. And I had got an inkling of it before, because I started to realize that, if I'm going to help these guys, they've got to trust me. If I'm going to help these guys, I've got to truly know where they're coming from also. So I learned those concepts. But here's the example I'm trying to point out. I was 33. One of the linebackers on the defense was 31. And now, remember, he was a 4-year All-Pro already. So what am I going to teach an All-Pro linebacker who's been an All-Pro for 4 seasons? Yeah. And I've been in the league too, and it's my first coordinating job. So I basically let him teach me. Yeah. Because that's what it's about. So if you want to have an effective relation, and this could apply to anything, this isn't a coach and player relationship alone, But this is what gave me the opportunity to really bind with people and get that emotional income. Being one with the player, it's almost like I'm living vicariously through them. That's why I enjoy coaching, because of my approach to it. It's just a perspective. Everybody's got their own style. But for me to have knowledge alone, it's like it's nothing. Having knowledge alone. How can you help someone just having knowledge alone? You got to continue to learn, because everybody's different. Every experience is different. Every play is different. The ball bounces this way, or bounces that way. Someone may be your partner, and his eyes are in the wrong place, so he goes the wrong way, so the hole opens up. It's a bigger gap that you got to fill. Different experience. Well, the same thing happens in life. And that's what makes life exciting. It's always now. It's always evolving. That's one thing about nature. That's one thing you can learn about nature. You can learn about life. That's one thing that's consistent in my world. Change. Always changing. So being able to grow with it is huge. So I was going back to this analogy with a glass. I talked about the glass half full or half empty the other day, and it's all perspective. Well, now I'd like to talk about the function of the glass. Being able to serve others. Being more useful. If the glass is full, what good is it? It holds something. But that's all it can do. That's all it can retain. But what if the glass comes to me empty? In other words, I'm open. I'm not carrying my past with me. I'm not carrying my past experiences. I'm the glass now. And I'm going to that player, and I'm there. I am empty. Fill me up. Teach me. Show me what you know. Let me learn from this experience. So I've always got that experience back here, and somehow, like I told you at the beginning of this, thoughts come through me to help me be more effective. So it's just like being in a house. What's the value of a house? You put up the walls, you put up the windows. It's a beautiful house. Hey, look at my house. I'm proud. So that serves a purpose. It makes you feel good. But really, what's the function of the house? What's the real value of the house? The inside. Oh yeah, there's furniture. But is the furniture the value? No, it's what you can do inside. The nothingness. It protects you from all the elements, whatever you use it for. You put things in there for you can use in certain situations. So the value is, hey, you got to be able to have that emptiness in you. You got to be where you are now. What's happening now? Learn to see things and communicate with the person you're working with. That's the key. And enjoy that process. That's called creativity. You guys together create a new situation. Boy, did I grow. Once I learned how to learn from the players, let the players coach me. I took their experience and someone else needed it. Boom, here's the book. I just shared the example, kind of like what I'm doing now. Now, I know I'm not real clear with this because I'm just coming off the sleeve. There'll be a time I might write it up or maybe have a presentation for you, all right? But just get that point, all right? Be that thing. Be like the empty glass. Be ready to receive information. Go to things open. See it from another perspective. That's the fastest way to get on the same page and move forward. I hope this helped you this morning. If you need other ideas and concepts, like I told you, I'm still working as a coach. I actually got an opportunity presented to me yesterday to get back on the gridiron. So that's going around in my head. That's another story. But I'm talking to you about giving you awareness tools so you can understand the things I'm talking about. Things that affect life. Your health, your focus, your energy, your children, your friends, your family. You take what you want from it, because every experience is a learning experience. And just remember, let the players teach you. Let your kids teach you. Be one with them. Most creative elements I've ever seen. That's why when they took recess out, dang, or PE, dang, just let them go play. Watch how creative they are. They're in the moment. They dream dreams. They let them come through them. Yeah. I could rant right now. Let's just talk about intelligence. How smart are you? You, right there, sitting there, listening to me. Do you know that you are smarter than Aristotle. It's just a choice. It's a perspective. Oh, Aristotle has not been seeing everything that's happened. It's confirmed. We confirmed what he may have thought, but we actually see it. We see what the Wright brothers created. Could start with a thought. Anyways, enough rambling. Talk to you soon.